Welcome back to the
Hello.
arena, everybody. I am the Basilisk, joined again by Miz, and we've got TNT up against Of Sound Mind. Of Sound Mind bringing an extreme armor brick comp with 3 Damnations, 3 Orgor Navy issues, 2 Heretics, a Skybreaker, and an Oneros. Miz, what have TNT brought?
So TNT have brought a pretty standard shield kite setup with 2 Nighthawks and a Drake Navy issue and then triple Orthros and triple Manticores, and all supported by a Scimitar to provide reps. And they're all warped in at 50, while the Sound Mind team has warped heavy ships in at 10 and the smaller ships on the Logi at 30.
Yeah, and I think this could be a little bit of an attrition fest here because obviously these Damnations and Orgor Navy issues is going to be extremely, extremely tanky. And it's going to be a matter of whether or not they can actually manage to get on top of something, as you said. Damnations warping in at 10 and just immediately trying to charge in.
And we're seeing 3 bombs being launched right into the Sound Mind team. That drone's out, so these drones are going to get killed, but I don't think that these ships are going to take any significant damage from the bombs.
The Skybreaker is nearly... The Skybreaker goes. The Skybreaker's just gone. I think the third bomb... I think one of the first 2 bombs clipped him and took him into low armor, and the third bomb caught him. Not too much damage elsewhere. The 2 Orgor Navy issues were clipped a little bit down to sort of 70-80% armor, but not too much damage there. The Oneros can rep them up, but the Heretic now of Kamiz are taking chunks. I think TNT have identified that those Heretics are realistically the only thing that's going to really be able to catch them. Obviously, the Orthroses, Manticores, going to be basically immune, assuming these are sort of, short-range brick tank Orgor Navies and Damnations. So if they can kill these Heretics off and stop them getting caught, then they're free to keep pumping out damage throughout the whole match. But that first Manticore, Banbury's actually, in fact.
Yeah, these Manticores, the second Manticore is getting killed. So one disadvantage of doing a bombing run is that you have to point your ship towards the enemies. So it allowed these Orgor Navy issues to actually catch up on them. And one went out of the arena and one got caught. And also a Nighthawk of Industrial Obliterator got caught. So this is really good for the Sound Mind team to have tackle on these ships, and then you can just break them. Like you've seen the Nighthawk, usually a really tanky ship, getting hammered by these ham Damnations.
Yeah, but I'm not sure there's any tackle modules on this Orgor Navy issue with Felix, because this Manticore seems to have got away from him. He's been rep back up. And obviously, once he gets away, it's going to be a lot hard to get on top of him again. Manticore, obviously, small ship, pretty fast. Orgor Navy issue going to have a pretty tough time catching on to him again. Like you said, they had to align towards him at the start, which put them in a potentially bad position. But now a Nighthawk of Industrial Obliterator going into low shields, the Scimitar doesn't be able to hold him.
Well, the TNT team has ECM drones out, so I think that's what saved the Manticore. It burned far away, but it also means that the Manticore has to be really defensive, because if one of these Heretics see an opening, they might go for it.
But the Scimitar's getting dogpiled now as well. The Scimitar's got all sorts of stuff on top of him, and this is really not good for TNT. I mean, this kind of comp with Scimitars, Orthros, you want to be kiting around. You want to use your speed. You don't want to be in a brawl fest, especially not against 3 Damnations and Orgor Navy issues. This is really not where he wants to be. He may have a good resist profile, but there's still so much damage coming in, and this Scimitar is going to go down.
Yeah, Scimitar just can't survive if it gets tackled by a brawling ship. It's a really soft ship, and a key thing for these kiting comps is to be really good at avoiding scrams, and especially making sure that the Scimitar doesn't get caught.
Yeah, they're so fast and agile, and yet somehow the Scimitar of TNT just tried to engage in a brawl fest here. I mean, the Nighthawks maybe a little bit more understandable, a little bit more capable of brawling, obviously very, very thick tank on those, although Industrial Obliterator now being focused once again. His thick tank is not going to last for long, and he is going to enter armor now.
Yeah, so we're seeing damage on the Oneros of the Sound Mind team. It is a Galante Take 2 ship, so it does have really strong resist against kinetic damage. And if it's AB or dual prop, it can mitigate a lot of this missile damage. It does have a bunch of repair drones, but might not actually survive this.
Yeah, but they do trade for another Manticore, so that's another chunk of damage taken off the field. They do lose the Oneros in the end, but I mean, there's still 3 Damnations alive and 3 Orgor Navy issues. I mean, even without the Oneros for reps, there's just going to be so much EHP. Of course, the Orgor Navy issue with its raw HP bonus. Those things are tanky.
And the next on Orthros is actually tackled already. This is not good. You need to be away when you're in a kiting ship like this. If you don't have any logic, you can just starburst around, so forcing the Sound Mind team to have to chase every one of you. But it just looks like they're all too close and they get tackled so fast.
Yeah, I think this Heretic has done some great work this match. He finally goes down, but he managed to catch a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty sure he was instrumental in catching Yeah, a range of those things, the Manticores, the Scimitar, etc. And now this Drake Navy issue of Chris Pronger is the new primary. I mean, these shield comps, we've seen them be so strong. Shield Kite, Orthruses, Gilas, all these sorts of stuff. But TNT just, they didn't seem to engage in that sort of kiting gameplay. They sort of took in for a little brawl fest. The Scimitar was in the middle of it all, which is definitely where he doesn't want to be as this Drake Navy issue does finally go down. I'm not sure if this is an execution failure or...
Yeah, it looks like Ali Aras, I believe she's actually the leader of the Sound Mind team, also the Alliance, but she can see that she's already had tackled on the Nighthawk of Renato. So they have spread these cruisers out and making sure that everyone got caught. So once the main DPS ships, the Damnations, have killed the target, they can just move on to the next target that's already tackled. So this is really good piloting of the Sound Mind team. So they're really having some sound execution here in a match where execution really matters.
Yeah, and of course, just a reminder, these are all elimination matches for the next couple of hours. The loser of all of these matches goes home. So the stakes obviously extremely high, and I'm uncertain, to be honest, as to how Orthruses are getting caught. I mean, I said the Heretics must have been doing work, but after the Heretic is caught, I mean, Elno is tackled here by Ali Aris in the Orgor Navy issue. How is an Orgor Navy issue catching up to an Orthrus without any assistance? The Orthrus is so freaking fast, it shouldn't get caught, and yet he has.
Yeah, these Orthrus pilots are maybe sleeping a little bit. Like if they don't notice that the Orgor Navy is suddenly burning against them. But yeah, this is something you need to practice if you want to bring kiting setups. So you really should practice this war. I'm seeing, as you mentioned, these Orgor Navy issues are not known to be fast, especially not when compared them to an Orthrus.
Yeah, I mean, they do finally kill one of them off, but there's just so much raw HP. This Orthrus of the Doctor is going to go down, and Elno will probably be soon to follow, although Renato in the Nighthawk is also the chosen one to die right now.
Yeah, like the Doctor actually...
but they've just got so much damage left on the field, they're not too concerned about focusing on any particular target. Just shoot whatever you can.
The Doctor UK actually broke free from tackle when they killed that Orgor Navy issue, but at this point it doesn't matter. Like, they lost the last of their command ships, so they are like 3 Orthruses versus triple Damnations and 2 Orgor Navy issues.
Yeah, and I mean, these are hand Damnations as well, I believe. So I'm really puzzled here, to be honest with you, Miz. I'm really puzzled as to how the Orthruses and this kite comp in general just sort of failed to keep range and kite around the arena. I mean, they had so much space to play with. There's so little tackle on the side of Sound Mind. 3 Damnations, 3 Augurs, what was it, an Oneros, and 2 Heretics. I mean, it's only really the Heretics for tackle, and they've just got so many kiting ships. They really shouldn't be getting caught so easily here.
I just think that the Sound Mind have out-piloted the TNT team. Like, when you're bringing a kiting setup, you need to be good at piloting, and they just didn't show enough skills with handling these kiting ships. I mean, seeing that these 2 offers are already getting chased down, I think that's a tackle on a body slam. So, like, what are they doing exactly? They need to get moving.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Orthruses, I don't know if they're rapid light missile fit or heavy missile fit. I'd assume rapid light. So they've got what, sort of 50, 60k range, I think, from memory. So they've got plenty of space to play with, but they just weren't utilizing it. And it's going to be goodbye to TNT. They're going to end their tournament, I believe, with a 0-2 run, unfortunately, of Sound Mind moving on in the lower bracket. I'm not sure who they're going to face, but I mean, I think they fielded this comp previously in the feeders, perhaps. So not giving much away here. I mean, we've seen this comp before from them, so yeah, not revealing their strats for the next one.
So Body Slayer is just running for his life, but at this point, the Sound Mind have a link advantage. They still have all their link ships available, so they probably have some speed links on these Orgor Navy issues, so they might actually be able to run down this Orthrus. Looking at the speed, the Orthrus is still quicker, but he's soon running out of space. Like, he has to turn at some point, and he's turning now, and this gives Felix and the Orgor a opportunity to cut him off, like burn in front of him, and that's right what he's doing. So he might actually land the scram just in a moment.
Yeah, I can see as well Roger in the Damnation is shooting. I mean, it's a little bit futile at this point, given he is like 60 kilometers away from him in a hand Damnation, but points for effort. He's clearly convicted in his attempts to kill him, even if it's at this moment in time ineffective. But yeah, Felix is giving chase.
Yeah, both of them are cutting him off, so they're forcing the Orphans to burn away, and he's getting closer and closer to the boundary. The Orphans pilot has to remember that it can also go up and down. This is a 3D environment, but yeah, he's getting pinned up against the wall, and we're seeing these ships coming closer and closer. Seeing Ares coming in really close now, and these laser ships, they can actually start to apply to this Orphans, even though they haven't tackled it yet.
Yeah, they are slowly whittling him down, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. If he's going to die before the end of the match, there is just under 30 seconds remaining. And yeah, as you said, this author is not actually tackled down. He is still running. He is taking a little bit of damage, but may actually be able to save, spare his blushes and save himself until the end of time. Just 5 seconds remaining. Looks like the author is going to survive. So with that, Soundmind are going to move on to the next round in the lower bracket, and we say goodbye to TNT. Yeah, and with that, we'll send it back to the studio.